kind of fucked up.
It's nasty work. It's nasty work, man. Salute to Hug, man, for doing that once again. Our brother gifted 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Appreciate you, my brother, as always. I always say it every damn show, but I appreciate everything you do for the channel, brother. And let me do me a favor, you guys also. If you guys are not subscribed to our brother Stu, make sure to go hit his channel on YouTube. Stuart Schweigert is his name on YouTube. Go hit that subscribe button because when we get to
I will be more consistent with shit.
And not just that, when I get to Indy, we're going to connect our channels and we're going to do some lives together. So make sure you guys tap in with our bro, and we're going to be uploading a bunch of videos from the combine, from the draft as well. So just make sure you guys go subscribe to our brother Stu. You know what I mean? It definitely helps what we do over here at Shieldmore, man. Support one of our own, man. Salute to John also once again, brother. I appreciate you. Let me see. Only Graphk will have voodoo dolls available near him. My dog had this shit in her mouth. Every time I go live, Stu, she waits for me. She waits for me. And then she finds something around. She waits for me to sit down and hit the live button. And then she grabs it, puts it in her mouth, and runs somewhere where I can't get her. And she just sits there and looks at me. Piece of shit, man. I love my little piece of shit.
Oh, my God. So, dude, I need to tell you this story.
Uh-oh.
This was Saturday night. Do I want to tell this story?
I mean, is it one of them ones?
No, dude. So this is actually a public service announcement to everybody to lock your fucking doors, your front doors, your garage door into your house, and your back doors, whatever. So it's 5:45 in the morning. Not lock your back doors. Yeah, pause.
Go ahead, bro. I want to hear this.
So I'm in my bed, and my wife comes in. And because we don't sleep together, because I'm a fucking and she comes in, she goes, someone's in our house. I said, what? Because we got the Ring camera, right? And she goes, someone is in our fucking house right now. And I'm like, so she shows me the Ring camera, and there's this kid. He's got his arm like to our door and walks in, shuts the door. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm upstairs. I'm like, you fucking who the fuck is down there, motherfucker? I don't hear nothing. So I go down. My wife's like trying to find like a club or like a fucking
something.
Yeah. And I'm looking through the first floor and there's nothing there. But I see someone has their shoes at our fucking,
He was kind enough to take his shoes off and line them up?
Yes.
That is a very, very nice criminal. Nice.
Listen, right? So I see the basement door open, and here's the deal. My daughter, her birthday is in 2 days, but she kind of had her birthday party on Saturday.
Yeah.
If friends over, so I'm like, maybe like, because they go out and do videos and all this shit, you know what I mean? So I open up the basement door, and I'm going, who the fuck is down there, motherfucker? Where you at? I don't hear nothing. So I go down there, and there's a kid right here. You see that couch?
Yeah.
Sleeping on the couch.
So he's sleeping in the spot where I'm going to be sleeping.
So I said, hey. And he wakes up, and he's like this. And it's a young black kid, and he's going like this. And he goes, Amelia, or Erica. I'm like, who the fuck is Erica? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I just came over because of Erica. And so I'm thinking maybe one of my daughter's friends invited this guy over. And Chrissy's upstairs going, he's a college kid. That's not one of our fucking, not one of Cameron's friends or whatever.
Yo, who the fuck are you, fam?
Dude. So I'm going like, dude, who the fuck are you and what are you doing in my house? Kid was hammered. He was a college kid.
So he didn't know what house.
A good kid. You know what? I'm black in this white neighborhood. I'm like, I'm like going. So I'm thinking like, I'm going, you know what? There's no threat now.
Yeah.
But I'm like going, dude, where you coming from?
I mean, still, you walked in probably 90 houses, the wrong houses in your time, bro. I mean, let's just keep it a buck.
Can I finish the story?
Fuck you, yeah. You're right.
No, I do have a story.
I want to shut the fuck up, but go ahead.
No. So I'm like going.
The kid woke up and thought he was with Jesus.
What? Well, no. So when I said, "Hey, who's down there?" he thought I was saying, "Get down."
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he thought I was gonna shoot him. I'm like, dude, I don't have a gun, man. I'm like, where are you coming from? He's like, I'm sorry. I came from the bar. There's this bar called Where Else, and he's like, I came from Where Else. I don't know what's going on. I'm a good guy. I'm black. I'm going. All right, buddy. Okay.
So he just kept saying that randomly, like I'm just.
Yeah, but he was passed out on that fucking couch as I came down. And I'm like,
did he go to Purdue?
Yeah.
So he just walks into a Purdue legend's house,
dude. So, and here's the deal. Every night I make sure our doors are locked.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that night I even came down at like 3 a.m. to get some food, and I usually check the doors. I didn't. And Cameron had some friends over, and they were doing some like videos and shit. Well, they didn't lock the door. And that night just so happened
to be the night
where this dude came in our fucking house, bro.
Can I ask you something real quick? There's one or two things that Stu does in this situation, okay? Because Stu is a very good human being.
I'm from Michigan, not Indiana. I live in Indiana, but I'm not from Indiana.
But I know you don't want to hurt anyone if you don't.
No,
you know what I mean? So I got to ask you this. Did you just walk him out the house, or did you end up having another shot with him? Did you pour up a glass? I mean, what did you do to get, like, what happened?
I would be down here fucking hanging out.
Yeah.
So I said, guy, I said, do you know where you're at? Right. And I grabbed, it was freezing. So he had been like
outside. Yeah.
Walking around. Right.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? He might have died fucking around trying to sleep outside or some shit.
You saw those 3 guys, couple weeks ago for Kansas City that fucking died, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going, buddy, like, and he's like, he's an engineering student.
Wow.
Smart graduating in May. And I said, dude, where do you live, man? I call his cell phone died. So he's like, can I call my dad? I'm like, okay, yeah, you can call your dad. Well, his dad's in Chicago. And I'm going, all right, so you want your dad to come pick you up? I said, I'll just give you a ride home. Do you know where you live? And he's like, dude, he's tripping out. Like
this, he's probably tripping because he's like, this is just too cool he's being way too cool.
But here's the thing. Like sometimes some people think that they're in their own house when they're in someone else's house. Like he had a gun or some shit. Like he might have been fucking out. So I'm like, all right, what's your dad's number? And I call his dad. And then I said, are you okay to go home? And he's like, yeah. And then he walks out. And then right away I hear, I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, I'm not sure where I'm going, man. Can you give me a ride? And I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah. So we ended up, as I'm driving him home, I'm like, bro, I said, what happened? He's like, my friends left me. I'm like, you better call your friends and tell them there's some fucking asshole dickheads, bro.
Did he live on campus?
Yeah. So I drove him down the street to his apartment, and I'm like, are you good? You all right? And yesterday, which was, Sunday, his mom and dad were calling my cell phone, and I called his dad and his mom, and I just said, and even Chrissy was like, you know what? Your son came over and he didn't know what was going on. But dude, like, and we had a talk with my oldest daughter and my second oldest daughter. Like, that shit could have been really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I mean, bro, one or two things. You could have killed that kid, or he could have came in and killed y'all. You don't know what the hell could have happened, bro. Like it could have went either way.
And I tell you this, most people probably would have been like, call the police. You're
a good kid that made a dumb mistake, ran into a good guy, and y'all made it happen, man. That's crazy, bro. Because I'm gonna be real with you. You a lot better than me, man. I see somebody walking my house. I'm There's no thinking about it.
And you're in Texas, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm letting shit fly like the 4th of July. Like, it's just bing, 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 bing. So, but I respect that, though, bro. That's, I mean, have you talked to the kid since?
So I talked to his dad and his mom yesterday, and he said, thank you so much. And I mean, as I'm driving him home, I'm like, so, because Indiana played Purdue yesterday or 2 days ago. So he was all fucked up, going to the Indiana Purdue game. And I just said, hey, man, what do you study? He's like, dude, I'm an engineering student. I'm graduating in May. And I'm thinking, like, dude, you could, like, just as fucked up as I'm thinking for us, like someone coming in the house and raping and killing my family.
Yeah.
But this kid, I'm thinking, if I were to call the police, you would have been fucked.
Yeah. Oh, bro, it's a wrap. You throwing your whole education down the drain, everything.
Gone.
So, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, and as soon as he was fucking terrified. He was fucking scared as shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's your address? So I drove him home, dropped him off, and I'm like, are you good, man? And I mean, on the way home, I'm like, me and my wife, she ran track. I played football. My name's Stuart Schweigert. Like, this will be a story for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, I talked to his dad and his mom, and I just said, hey, I've been there before where I've been drunk and, done dumb shit, but I'm like, free as fuck. And that's why I told my daughter, I said, listen, as a dad, I'm annoying as shit.
Yeah.
I'm always like, yo, what about this and this and this and that? And I'm like, that's why I do it, because and here's the deal. In 5 years, I've never not locked the front door.
Yeah.
But the one time I didn't do it.
But you know what? The good thing is the one time you did it was a learning situation for everybody, right? Because nobody had to endure any violence. Nothing happened to anybody. You got a good kid that happened to go into the wrong house.
Yep.
That's crazy though, bro.
Like, we have it on our ring camera. Like, he just walked up and
took his shoes off like he was at home.